I love Arcane Studios. Ever since I played Dishonored, I was so into whatever they are doing with their games, whether it is their gameplay formula, or their amazing level design, or their good storytelling. Sometimes. But yeah, loved it. And then I went so on to play all of their major releases from the Dishonored series, Prey and its DLC Mooncrash, and of course, the elephant in the room, Mooncrash. Oh, I mean,
You have no idea what's out there.
Sure I do. Freedom.
We're never getting out of here.
Now bear in mind the last thing I played from Arcane Games was Prey's Mooncrash, and before Deathloop was announced, I was pretty pumped up because I loved Mooncrash, and it was a well-executed DLC with many surprising elements. To try and make my point, it was something new to me. So yeah, I was looking forward to it. And then, the reviews of Deathloop came out.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy.
So, let me get this straight. With the reviews you see now, it's the best game Arcane Studios have ever created yet, one of the best games in the last 2 decades, and it was nominated for 9 awards in the Game Awards and won 2 actually, for art direction and game direction, and it was Game of the Year strong nominee. When I saw the reviews before it was released, I said, okay, strong start. That's interesting. After seeing all these high scores from critics, I said to myself, it's going to be a very good game. I got very excited for it. I wanted to pre-order it, but I said to myself, you should wait, see the player's score on Metacritic, watch some reviews on YouTube, and be sure it's going to be a good game. After I saw all of that, I said to myself, yeah, that's us. I don't have a PS5, but I have a gaming laptop, so I could have bought it in the release date, but then I said to myself, you know what, just wait until it comes to Game Pass and then try it for yourself. You may like it. I know, I talk to myself a lot. And then it came out on Game Pass and I played it. And let me just say this, it is not a 10 out of 10 game. I will try my best and review it as a standalone game and not an upgrade to Prey Mooncrash, although it is pretty much inspired by it. A note to bear, the gameplay footage in this video is not mine. I played it on my laptop and my recordings got lost, so I had to add a PS5 gameplay. And I'm also recording my voice on my phone, so excuse me for the bad quality of the audio itself. I know it's unprofessional, but please excuse me for that because I'm still a beginner in this field and I'm doing this pretty much for fun, so yeah. And now, onto Deathloop. You start the game playing with Colt waking up drunk on a beach in an island called Black Reef and seeing words floating in front of you guiding you to various things as like someone is helping you, and then you discover you are in a time loop. To break the time loop you have to kill 8 people, or as the game calls them, visionaries, to break the time loop you are stuck in. And as you play, you wander through Black Reef to discover how to kill the 8 visionaries and learn the story of Deathloop through a lot of time loops to try to finish the game. Story-wise, the game was good. I think it's not the most complex story of all time, but at the same time, not the most easy to understand. I'm not gonna spoil the game, so I'm just giving general thoughts about every aspect of it. On the graphics, the game looks decent, nothing groundbreaking here. I don't understand why it's next gen only, but I really don't know. As for the structure of the game, like gameplay-wise and level design, it follows the same formula of Arcane Studios' other titles, but in a lower quality in my opinion. So you have Black Reef, which is divided by 4 places you visit through day and night cycle from morning to nightfall. Every place has its own visionaries and mysteries you discover while you are exploring, and depending on the time, the areas get slightly different, like the visionary will not be there, or this garage only opens at night, and so on. You get the idea. And you have 4 time periods in Deathloop: morning, noon, afternoon, and nightfall. After you finish an object at night, the loop starts over again, and so on and so on. The documents and text in this game are pretty much everywhere. I got to the half of the game and I just stopped reading them and listened only to records, but I found myself a lot of time returning to the documents menu to see if I missed something. And there's Juliana, which can invade you at any time in Black Reef, and it can be an NPC or a real player of your choice. The interactions between Colt and Juliana was fun to hear, and all the Visionaries' conversation was also good. To summarize it, the voice acting was pretty good. Everything I mentioned and talked about is not a good game direction in my opinion. I know their other games had somehow the same formula of a lot of documents and information on how to play the game, but not quite like this one. As for the guns, you don't just get them, you collect them while you are playing. You have like all sorts of guns in the game, like the shotgun, the small gun, the sniper rifle, and all of that. Pretty much the basic things, but they have rarity levels you have to look out for. And for the abilities, you have your usual abilities you can find from their other titles. Not all of them are presented here, but there are some you can find here. And a quick note, you can't access your loadout while playing, only in the main menu you can. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that the freedom of their other titles is not presented here at all, and that is what I hate. I know it's a time loop game and you have to remove some sorts of gameplay elements, but it can be tweaked a lot to fit in the formula itself, but that's basically what I hate. And the endings to this game are just bad. The game ends in basically a minute and a half or 2 minutes. Not a satisfying conclusion at all. I have done all the 3 endings after I finished and I said, wait, that's it? As for the art direction and level design, the game was very good in that aspect in my opinion. I just wish if the game had a lot more areas to explore, because basically you visit all of the areas a lot of times, so you get bored of them in the second half of the game. In the end, there are a lot of things I didn't mention for the sake of not spoiling the game. And I just want to say that I know doing a game with the idea of a time loop is hard and not an easy task. There was potential here to be an outstanding game, but it falls flat in every point I mentioned. In conclusion, Deathloop is a good game, a decent game. I liked it, I somehow enjoyed it, but it's not a 10 out of 10 game for me. It has its ups and downs. It's my least favorite arkanestudios game, and that's it. The game is out now on all the platforms and it is also available on Gamepass, so try it for yourself and maybe you will like it. I finished the game in 24 hours. I know it takes shorter than that to finish it, but maybe I have done more exploring than the usual. Your playthrough could be shorter than mine, but I think it depends on the person who is playing. And yeah, I will just say that I am waiting for arkanestudios' next game, which is Redfall. Let's hope they deliver something quite good. Now they are going to the co-op side. I don't like co-op games, but they say that you can play it in single player mode, so I think we just have to wait and see. Okay, now I'm speaking out of the script. Whoever watched the video, thank you for watching. I hope it was helpful to you. I hope you liked the review. I know the quality is not the best thing I am providing right now, but I will try to improve myself in the future videos, and I just wanted to say thank you for watching and look forward to more videos. And as I said before, I'm doing this just for fun, like something to kill the free time, and maybe I will not provide the usual uploads, but whenever I am in the mood I will just do a video and a review of something I like or I love and all of that stuff. And it's not just about video games, sometimes it's gonna be a movie or something like that. And it's like 8 and 5 minutes AM in the morning right now, and I worked very hard on this video. I know it's not the best quality, I may sound like a robot in sometimes, but know that I did my best and I will try to improve on myself in the next videos. And overall, thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day.